Hello, everybody. This is the Doctor, and I've got a topic to debate today which may be controversial. You may be for it, you may be against it, you may not even care about it. But it has been a big issue that came up in Star Trek Online on October 21st, Tuesday. I am recording this video early morning. For me, I haven't gone to bed yet. Early morning, October 22nd on Wednesday. Let's just go straight to this. What I'm going to do is show you the forum posts, and you may go, huh? Or you may go, I know what that is. Or you may go, yep, I know what this is about. If not, that's okay. We're going to jump into the game right after I show this to you on the forums, and we will talk about it, because that's what I want to do here, is talk about it, and I want to get feedback from you guys in the comments. I want to know what you ultimately think about this as well. So let's start with the first thread. This was posted yesterday, October 21st, from a dev. That means developer. Sorry guys, Sector is under quarantine. We'll open it back up as soon as possible. What sector were they referring to? The Tau Dewa sector block. Why? We'll talk about that when we jump in game. Next post. This was posted, I guess, an hour or two after this post from Q, the omnipotent moderator, but I guess a Cryptic employee. He says the development team has identified some exploitative, let's try that, exploitative behavior by a small number of players on some game maps. Those maps have been shut down during the investigation. We'll share more as we have completed our investigation. Okay, this likely will not be completed until sometime tomorrow, which would be today, since they posted that yesterday. So what could they be talking about? What kind of investigations do they have to do? And has it really been a small number of players? Because I don't think so. Well, to talk more about this and to show you what all this means, I am going to make a lovely jump cut in the video, and we're going to go into the game, take a look at this, and discuss it. So stand by as I load up Star Trek Online. Alright everybody, this is the Doctor. And welcome back. We are in-game. We are in Star Trek Online. This is Japori's system in the Tau Dewa sector block. Okay, there's a reason why I'm here, and it directly relates to those two posts in the forum we just read. First of all, this is my character, the Doctor. This is my main character in Star Trek Online. Since Delta Rising has been out, I have been working on this character in my fun time that I like to have where I don't record videos, and I went ahead and worked on getting this character all leveled up to 60. You will note I am Fleet Admiral level 60 on this character. In fact, I just hit level 60 a few hours ago. So the reason why I'm saying that is because I have all the experience in the world now leveling from 50 to 60. I know what's required. I know the time that is needed to get to level 50. I know the XP grinding that is needed to get to level 60. And that's why we're here today in this video. So what those two forum posts were talking about was the devs have shut down patrols in the Tau Dewa sector block. So right now you'll notice I have Tau Dewa sector patrol enabled. I had contacted Sub Commander Mivek and got the patrols to actually do them. But watch what happens. I try to go to Japori. Uh-oh, couldn't get map names from Map Manager, blah, blah, blah. And that is because they have shut down all the patrols in Dewa. Not just one, not just two, all of them. You go to Karaya system? No. You go to Akamar? No. You go to Japori? No. You go to Beta Thorador? No. Starbase 234? Forget it. Narendra? Forget it. Archer system? Forget it. All shut down. Why have they shut down patrols? First of all, I used these patrols in Dewa to get my Romulan marks. In fact, this was pretty much the only way that I got Romulan marks when I was doing the whole, new Romulus reputation, which is a reputation here, and doing these Dewa patrols gave you like 75 or whatever marks for doing the whole thing, so it worked out really well. Well, so those looking for Romulan marks right now, they can't get it because this is shut down. Why did they shut this down? The main reason is because with Delta Rising, there are not enough missions to level you to level 6, from level 50 to level 60. And that's the simple gist of it. This requires 50, this requires 50, this 50, then 51, then 51, then 52, then 53, then 54, then 54, then 55. Let me put it to you this way. From level 59, starting at level 59, when I hit level 59 to level 60, I did 5 missions. I did Alliances, Better with Friends, Revolution, Taking Care of Enemies, and Takedown. That's 5 of the official missions that are here, and that did not get me to 60 from level 59. So I was level 59, I did 5 missions, and I was about right, somewhere around right here on my skill tree. So I got from here to here with 5 missions. 5 missions didn't even get me 1 level. And what I'm trying to get my point across here is that even 5 missions don't move you 1 level. You don't move very fast in leveling from 50 to 60. It's very slow now. Now, I like that journey. Don't get me wrong. This is the way that leveling used to be in the game. When it first came out, leveling was a journey. It was fun. But there were ways to level up and get those extra skill points you needed. And that a lot of those ways were patrols. People would grind patrols or grind those type of things to get skill points to get to the next level. There were also enough missions to make up for it. The problem with Delta Rising is there are not enough missions. It looks like there are. You scroll through this and there's like 16 of these categories here, so it looks like there's plenty of missions to get you from 50 to 60, but there's not. Like I said, 5 missions won't even get you 1 level. So you have to do stuff in between to earn skill points. You just have to. You have to do a lot. And I'm not talking... And I mean a lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. You have to do a lot to get from 50 to 60, even if you're going to play these missions. And that's what we're going to find out on my character, Ensign Ricky. I just started the playthrough on him, but one point I will make as we level up on him is when I get to those points where I cannot do another mission until I get to the next level, I will make that a point and show you how much I have to grind to get to that next level to do that next mission. So the missions alone are not enough. That's the problem. If they have doubled the missions, if they had like 20 to 25 missions or whatever, if they could double these missions from what they have, that would do it. That would fix the whole problem right there. Then we'd have brand new great content to play that would take us all the way through the leveling. It's either that or increase how many skill points you get for each mission. I mean, that's the only other way. So really, that's the gist of it. There's not enough skill points to get to the levels that you need to get to play the new content. So, what people have resorted to doing because they've had no other choice is do things like spam these patrols, basically. In a sense, you go. Japori is a favorite one. What you do is you team up with a group of 5 people. You run it in elite mode, and you get a ton of skill points. You get skill points that make a difference, And you do that a lot, and you can level up, and you can keep leveling up. And some people do that, just that, that's all they do. And that's called power leveling, which is a term. And that term just means instead of playing the mission content, they just get in a patrol and level and repeat, grind, power level all the way through till 60. Okay? That's always been a thing in this game. That's a thing in like every MMO, power leveling. That's not a new concept. However, for Cryptic, that's a problem. Because if you're power leveling and you're just spamming patrols, you're not playing the new content that they put out there. You're not playing the Delta Rising content. You're not making the corporate people behind the desks happy. All those financial people that are saying this is a free-to-play game, but we need them playing the new content or else we're not making money, people. So what the result is what you've seen today. Shut it down. Shut the people down. Turn it off. Now, the post said it was a small amount of people. I don't think it was so small. I think a lot of the game was doing it, a lot of people. But so what, in my opinion? So what? I mean, people are going to get to 60 anyway. Why not let them do it that way if they want to? They're the ones that are let them have their fun that way. It's not like they can't have fun both ways. They can have fun power leveling to 60, sure. And then they can still go back and play the content and have fun. Yay! Maybe people want to play it as a level 60 character because their ships will be better and their gear will be better. And maybe that's when they want to play the mission content, is when they're level 60, because they'll be a better player, with better gear. Maybe that's just how they want to play the game. I say let them. But also, it's whether you are okay or not okay with power leveling, the issue is still we have to do something to make up those skill points between levels or between the missions, because there are not enough missions, or the skill point reward is not high enough on the missions to get us to the appropriate level to play the next mission. So something has to be done anyway. We have to do it regardless if we want a power level or not. Even if you're not a power level, even if you hate power leveling people and that's just detests you and that's the worst thing in the world and you would never see yourself power leveling, you are still going to have to do something to get XP between the missions to play the next mission. And a good way to get XP is to do the patrols. Dewa patrols, because apparently there used to be patrols. I guess there's not anymore. There used to be patrols in like every sector block, okay? And I mean everyone. Sirius sector block, Regulus, Picanus, Psi Velorum, Alpha Centauri, even Iota Pavonis. All of these had, and of course the Beta as well, Beta and Alpha Trianguli, all of them had patrols, because when the game first came out, for you guys who are new to the game, patrols were missions. It was like a mission might be go scan 3 patrols and then turn that in, and you get you get the skill points from the patrols plus skill points for turning in the patrol. They've kind of reintroduced that in Delta Rising in a big way, actually. In fact, half of the missions are patrols now. But they brought that back. But that's how the game used to be. Patrols used to be a big part of leveling up, and if you didn't have enough skill points, you would go back and just run patrols until you got enough skill points. So them shutting this down for a day and saying like, "Whoa, people, what are you doing? Hey, we're all freaking out over here." This should not be new to them. First of all, that information should not be new. Second of all, why should it bother them so much in how you level to 60? Just the fact that you're in the game playing it. Isn't that what they want? They want you in the game playing it. So if people are power leveling to 60, they're still in the game, they're still playing it, they're spending their time in the game to do that. You know, I say let them do it. Let them have their fun. But even those that aren't power leveling, you're still going to have to do the patrols. You're still going to have to do something to level up to those next missions. It's just a necessity. It's a necessity that Cryptic has created by either not having enough skill points rewarded for each mission or not having enough missions to fulfill each level to get to the next level. Either way. So, you know, there's a lot of theories out there in the forum. If you go read the forum, it's a fun mess. There's a lot of theories as to why they did it. You know, that they just want you to, they want you to play the game the way they want you to play it, on their terms. They want you to play the new Delta stuff, and that's the only way. But to that, I again say, well, you haven't given us enough skill points to do that, so we can't. That's just a fact. It is a fact that everybody will agree with. There are theories that people are figuring out that at the end of, once you get to level 60, when you level up in your specialization, every time you get a new specialization point, once you max out your specializations or something, it all starts turning into dilithium, and people and maybe people are hitting that faster and getting free dilithium, and Cryptic doesn't want that. Or there's other theories out there too that there's just a ton of theories out there. I don't know what. Conspiracy theories, you can say all you want. They say this is a big problem. That Q person said, this is that they've got to do investigations. Come on, guys, that's stupid. No, you don't need to do investigations. You know what's going on. You haven't given us enough skill points, and so players have found a way to do it themselves. Will they bring back the Tal Dewa patrols? Well, they probably will. At least I hope so, because, well, it's only one way to get Romulan marks. I mean, it's a good way to get Romulan marks. One run of the patrol every day will get you 2 days worth of Romulan marks, so that's very much worth it. You would hope that remains. What I could see them doing is maybe making the systems not repeatable over and over, maybe making a 20-hour cooldown like they have for the patrol itself is a 20-hour cooldown. You can only do it once a day. That's probably what they're going to end up doing. I'm just guessing. Now, if they've made the decision by the time this video is uploaded, because it's going to take a little while to upload all this, if they've made a decision, then I retract everything I've said, and you can just totally ignore this whole entire thing. But I think they may put a time limit on the patrols so you cannot grind them over and over, maybe just once a day. That sounds like something they would do. What can you do, though? All right, let's say you're at leveling 50 to 60 and you need skill points. Okay, well, right now you can't do Tal Dewa, and if they change things in Tal Dewa, you can't do Tal Dewa. So what can you do? Well, let's go to the Delta Quadrant, because there are still some things you can do. The Delta Quadrant, especially once you start playing the missions, has a lot of patrols, and they got, in fact, I think half of the missions are patrols. So that's another thing that we'll talk about on Ensign Ricky, but half of the missions are patrols and half are actual missions. So there's more patrols here than I think a lot of people would like to begin with. But at least they are part of the storyline now, which makes it more interesting. It kind of brings it back to the way the game used to be. But here's what you can do. You can come to Delta Quadrant and you can grind those patrols, because they have patrols too. And they can't shut down the patrols in Delta Quadrant because that's the new content they want us to play. So what you want to do is you want to get in a group, get in a team, somebody who maybe hasn't done the patrols or whatever, share the mission, all join it in Elite. Argala here is a great system. That's the one that I have used to get me enough XP. In fact, today I did that, and I just literally leveled 2 or 3 levels. I think it was like near 3 levels, powering through Argala, just because I needed to get enough skill points to get to the next missions. So not because I just wanted a power level, but just because I needed to. And even then, I got to level 59. And then remember, I still said I had 5 missions left. I did all 5 missions at level 59, and I still was not at 60. Still not. I still had to go back to Argala and run it 3, yes, 3 times after doing those 5 missions at level 59 to get to 60. That's how slow it is. But that's the kind of stuff you're going to have to do. So Argala is a good system, and there are all kinds of other systems here in Dewa. Just do the patrols, go back and run the patrol. You can run them solo as well. That'll get you skill points. But go back and play those patrols. I think you can replay them. You know what? You can't. Friends in Unlikely Places is the patrol. So yeah, and you cannot replay the patrols. You can't replay the mission patrols, but you can replay them individually, like going straight to the system, patrol Argala, go into Argala system, and you can play it solo, or you can do it as a group. If somebody has not done the mission, they can share the mission with you and do it. So this is a good one to use. But yeah, that is our only recourse right now, and heaven forbid Cryptic shut that down. Holy crap. I mean, hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag here, but if Cryptic hears this, but I mean, if they shut down or put time limits on the Delta Quadrant patrols, what do? How do you get to the next mission? They don't have an answer for that. That's the problem. There's no answer for that. So that's the big debate. That's gone on. It's a huge deal, right? It's made a lot of people upset, because why should Cryptic dictate? I mean, it is their game. I mean, granted, okay, this is where a lot of people are going to agree or disagree with me on. They may disagree with me. The Cryptic owns the game, or Perfect World owns Cryptic, and then Cryptic, makes the game. So it's their game. They can do what they want. But I ask the question, why should they dictate or tell me how I want to level my character? If I want to play the storyline missions, I should be allowed to. If I want to level up by just grinding a patrol for 24 hours every day, whatever, why should I not be allowed to do that? At least from 50 to 60. Maybe not the entire game, but at least from 50 to 60, where you really need that XP to do that, because it's so slow now. I mean, it's a necessity. It's almost not even an option. It really isn't an option. It's a necessity. But really, what is fun to me is different fun to somebody else. If they have fun leveling that way, let them do it. If I have fun playing the missions, let me do it. As long as we're in the game playing it, what does Cryptic care? At least that's my opinion. What should they care? As long as we're both in the game playing the game, that's what they want, is us in the game playing the game. So as long as we're playing it, why not have fun our way? Now, they can try to focus that fun or focus that experience into the missions, sure, but then you've got to give us something in between the missions to do. You've got to give us a way to level up to that next mission. Whether it's more patrols or whether it's another mission even, whatever it is, something. You've got to give us that thing to make that step. Otherwise, we're just going to be stuck and we'll be frustrated and we'll leave the game. And in fact, a lot of people have already quit the game over this whole thing because, people were having fun, and here's Cryptic coming in, the Nerf bat. That Nerf bat sure gets a lot of swings lately, and in fact, there's a whole nother topic about them decreasing the difficulty on the STFs, advanced, and all that. That's another topic I'm not even going to go into right now, because this one's big enough. We'll talk about that one later, because I'm not sure yet. Some of the posts lead to the fact that maybe it was a bug, and they're fixing a bug. Some people don't believe that, and they're just nerfing it. I don't know, but yeah, a different topic. I don't know. I shouldn't even have brought that up. Anyway, back to this one. So there you go. Now, whether you agree or disagree, or just don't care, that's what I want to hear. Let me know what you think about this. You can either agree or disagree with me. I just think everyone should be allowed to have fun the way they want to have fun, and we need those patrols, and we need the ability to grind patrols to get XP. Why should that be a problem, is my question. Yeah, that's good. That's about all I got. At this point, I'm just mumbling. Well, we'll see what happens. Again, if this has totally been fixed and there's been an answer and everything's different and everything I just said makes no sense anymore, and then you can just disregard this whole entire video. So we'll see what happens. There you go. That's where I'm going to end this. There's my Wells class ship. It's pretty. I like it. End of story.